My name is Midwewin, and I am the medicine man for my tribe of Ojibwe Native Americans in North Dakota. My project for you today takes the form of a drum that in Ojibwe culture represents a healing device and is also used as a way of communicating between the spirit realm and the realm of the living. In addition, I will be using little icons that will be used to tell the story of La Rose. After each one, I will be inserting them into the drum to complete that part of the story. First icons consists of a rose that represents the very first in the long line of La Roses in the 1860s, as well as love letters that are written to this particular La Rose. Move ahead a couple hundred years, and we have the buck and the gun that represent the series of events that take place. They are symbolic of the failed hunting of the buck that results in the death of a 5-year-old boy named Dusty. The Iron family and the Ravage family both seek to fix their problems by the use of the new method, the new religion, Catholic, or through the Catholic faith, through Father Travis here, as well as through the ancient tradition or ancient ritual of the Sweat Lodge from Ojibwe culture. When religion did not work, the Iron family gave up their son, La Rose, to the Ravage family and packed all of his things into a suitcase. It's colored, all of the colors of his emotions. And as he acclimated to his family, we have other characters on the reservation who have sought to cope with their past and learn about their past from letters written to the first La Rose. Some people cope with their past and learn about their past from letters. Some people cope and learn from their past by the use of drugs and alcohol, like Romeo Puyat here. This happens to damage and fracture different families, and so Louise Erdrich has included the dog into her story of La Rose as a way of mending this wound that has occurred, bringing both families closer together. La Rose here has been asked whether or not he was a saint, as we did here. But La Rose simply says that he is not a saint, as he has been tasked with the same mission as the dog, and that is to repair the wounds in both families. Throughout this story, there are a total of two paths that one could take. The first is that of a black heart, or a dark heart, like Romeo took. The second path is the one of peace and prosperity that one could take. By comparison with the Black Heart, we have a very light-hearted character named Snow, who serves as a character who still recognizes LaRose as her very own brother. And we're also introduced to Maggie once again, who is colored, or who wears golden clothes, as she represents someone who is able to set someone off the path of destruction, off the path of darkness. Louise Erdrich, in her book LaRose, also mentions several times about the snake and how important it is in Ojibwe culture, as it was a great serpent that created the earth, or that helped to create the earth. It's also seen as a very venomous animal that can strike at any moment, just like the planes did on 9/11 with the World Trade Centers in modern day. World Trade Centers in modern day. Trading post in the 1860s. Humanity hasn't come too far away, or hasn't come too far as of yet. This is where the story of the first LaRose takes place as a slave. After she was sold into slavery, a few years had passed. She later died of tuberculosis, leaving nothing but her body behind. And it was the scientists that were tasked with looking after her very well-being that stole her remains, or stole the remains of the first LaRose, as a study case. And now, the story of the first LaRose now comes to an end. But the first LaRose's story may be over. The story of the first LaRose may be over. However, it is she who paved the way for a brand new LaRose to take his or her place in the world. And so the cycle continues as the drum beat of life runs its course through the lifetime of another LaRose.